You're trying to pick a computer that won't take up half your desk, won't make you chase down driver updates every week, and actually feels worth the money the moment you boot it up. That hesitation you feel, will it keep up with my spreadsheets, video calls, and the occasional Photoshop file without blowing a fuse? Is exactly why I'm digging into the HP ProDesk 400G9 small form factor model. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In the next few minutes I'll walk through what it's like to live with this machine day to day, where it shines, and where you might be better off looking at a tower or a laptop instead. First off, the biggest selling point of any mini PC is the footprint. The ProDesk 400G9 squeezes a full-size desktop's internals into a chassis that's roughly the size of a large shoebox. On my 27-inch workbench it sits flat against the wall, leaving enough room for a dual monitor stand and a decent-sized keyboard. If you've ever wrestled with a bulky tower in a cramped home office, you'll notice immediately how much breathing room you gain. That space savings also translates into a cleaner cable run. The back of the case hosts a solid array of ports, so you can plug 2 monitors, a couple of USB-C devices, and a handful of legacy USB 2 peripherals without a sprawling hub. Speaking of ports, HP didn't skimp. You get a single USB-C, which supports DisplayPort alt mode and power delivery, 6 USB-A 3.2 ports for fast external drives, 2 USB 2 ports for keyboards or mice, HDMI 1.4b, and a full-size DisplayPort 1.4a. For most office or light creative workflows that means you can run a dual monitor setup at 4K, connected dock for your phone and tablet, and still have room for a USB-C external SSD without needing an adapter. The built-in Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 make wireless peripherals a breeze, and you won't need a separate dongle cluttering the desk. Now let's talk performance. Under the hood sits an unlocked Intel Core i9-12900K, a 16-core, 8 performance, 8 efficiency beast from the 12th Gen family. Paired with 64GB of DDR4 RAM and a 2TB NVMe SSD, the machine feels instant. Opening a 70-page Excel workbook with dozens of linked charts, then launching Chrome with 20 tabs, and finally pulling up a Lightroom catalog, everything stays snappy. The integrated Intel UHD Graphics 770 isn't a gaming GPU, but for office work, video conferencing, and light photo editing it does the job. I was able to edit 1080p video in Premiere Pro with reasonable render times, though you'll notice a slowdown once you start pushing 4K effects or using heavy color grading. If your daily tasks stay within productivity, data analysis, or modest creative work, the CPU's multi-core strength will keep you moving forward. Thermals are where the small form factor shows its limits. The ProDesk's compact case forces the cooling solution to work harder, and you'll hear the fan spin up under sustained load, think compiling code or rendering a video export. In a quiet home office the fan sits at a low hum, but during a heavy benchmark it becomes audible enough that you'll notice it if you're used to a whisper-quiet tower. That's not a defect, just a trade-off of density versus acoustic comfort. The heat dissipation is adequate, the CPU stays within safe temperature ranges, but you won't be able to overclock aggressively without pushing the noise ceiling. Upgrade ease is another practical consideration. HP's SFF chassis opens with a single side panel, exposing the RAM slots, M.2 slot, and a 2.5-inch bay. Adding a second NVMe drive is possible if you find a compatible bracket, but the space is tight, and you'll need to be comfortable working in a confined area. The RAM is already maxed out at 64GB, so most users won't need to add more memory. If you ever want to swap out the SSD, you can, but you'll be limited to the same M.2 form factor. In short, upgrades are doable but not as painless as a full tower where you can slide in a new GPU or a larger cooling block without contorting your elbows. So, who should buy the HP ProDesk 400G9? If you're a remote professional who needs a powerful CPU for multitasking, a reliable Windows 11 Pro environment, and you value a desk that stays uncluttered, this is a solid match. It's also a good fit for small business owners who want a business-class machine with built-in security features, remote management capabilities, and a warranty that covers office use. The dual monitor support and plentiful USB ports make it a natural hub for a home office that doubles as a light creative studio. Who should skip it? Gamers looking for a dedicated,